was carrying as she wowed us and revealed her baby news during that epic Super Bowl halftime show.
That's right, that was a good show. I'm also pretty sure Usher is going to break the internet with his halftime performance inside Allegiant Stadium. You know, the cool thing about it, it's the first NFL stadium to run off of 100% renewable energy. So we know how to have fun and save the planet. One of the things I'm looking forward to the most, the impact to locals. We have a ton of small businesses, from the North Valley to the Arts District, small businesses just like Mothership Coffee Roasters. This one's located in downtown Las Vegas. Fun fact, the White House named CEO Juan Romero the 2023 runner-up for Small Business Person of the Year. Thank you. So Nick, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Super Bowl is going to do for our small businesses.
And I'll tell you what, Justin, small businesses scored big time during Arizona's Super Bowl. Just like this one here behind me. This is Kingpin Barbecue. One of my favorites. It is outstanding. Now, according to Arizona Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell, the Business Connect program provided $11.5 million in opportunities for Arizona small businesses owned by women, minorities, veterans, and members of the LGBTQ plus community. And as I just mentioned, Kingpin Barbecue, this is a Black-owned business based in the East Valley. Now, I spoke with the husband and wife duo of Jim and Valentina Cole. They prepared hundreds of meals during Super Bowl week, even feeding the security teams at State Farm Stadium. So you know it's got to be some good eating.
My mouth is already starting to water. And speaking of water, we're both in the desert, so we know what a hot commodity it is, even when it is raining. That's why the NFL Green Initiative planted low water usage desert trees around the area. Volunteers kicked off the initiative by planting 58 trees in honor of Super Bowl 58. Those trees will provide shade, beauty, and help with the heat island effect. It's what we love about the Super Bowl, Nick, its ability to give back.
Absolutely, Justin. Big hearts coming out for the big game. More than 3 dozen nonprofits across our community getting more than $2 million in donations, just like St. Mary's Food Bank, where I'm at right now. They got $25,000 from the Super Bowl host committee, helping them serve 125,000 meals. So, Justin, either way, it looks like everyone in your community is going to be a winner here, just like they were in Arizona last year. We want to wish you and the rest of the Scripps News Las Vegas team lots of luck. We know you got this.
Thanks, Nick. We definitely have something special here, from the game to the community.
I love that story, and I also like how you were kind of stacking up the stadiums against each other, talking about, you know, Allegiant Stadium going green, and just by even looking at the sheer outside appearance of both stadiums, I mean, I think the Death Star kind of takes it all.
I mean, it's one of the best stadiums in the NFL. Everybody loves playing there and having a good time. And what I love too, just about the city of Las Vegas, there's so many things, even outside of the Super Bowl, that people can be a part of, and that's what we really wanted to highlight. So we love that. We love a lot to do. We love the fact that the Super Bowl offers a little bit of something for everyone.
Absolutely, and for many, the highlight is the musical performances. Coming up, we'll hear from Usher on what's in store for the halftime show.
I'm John Matteries. In these inflationary times, we have some great ways to save money on Valentine's Day and still show that you care. That story coming up.
Talk about our weather forecast. It is cold, but dry and reasonably calm this morning. Bundle up. Temperatures are in the upper 30s to low 40s here in the Las Vegas Valley. 8 degrees, excuse me, right now up at Lee Canyon, Mount Charleston, a little bit down Kyle Canyon Road from the community there is checking in the 20s. We will have highs below freezing today in Lee Canyon and Mount Charleston. Down here in the valley, about as cold as we were yesterday, so right around 50. It's a full 10 degrees below average for this time of February. Late afternoon, really more so this evening through parts of tonight. Some scattered rain showers will come on down from the northwest. A 40% chance that your neighborhood catches some measurable rainfall. If we can get the raindrops in town, I think we will. This will be our 6th day in a row with observed rainfall. And if the forecast plays out as we think it will, our 5th out of 6 days with some measurable rain. So yeah, it's been kind of a gloomy week here. Saturday, we'll see increasing sun after some early morning clouds. Wind tomorrow is the big deal. 30-mile-per-hour gusts will make that high of 53 feel very, very cold. And then for the big game on Sunday, it is calm, it is mostly sunny, but still chilly. 30s in the morning this weekend, low 50s each afternoon. Again, though, calmer conditions for watching the big game in case you're headed to someone's house. Obviously inside the stadium, it'll be great. Mix of clouds and some sun this morning. Much of the daytime is dry. Slim chance that a shower tries to poke in during the late afternoon. It's more likely the deeper we head into your Friday evening. You can see a piece of energy swinging through southern Nevada this evening through parts of tonight. There may be a lingering raindrop or possibly flurry flake around breakfast Saturday before this gets out of here quickly and the wind takes over. Tomorrow, calm for Sunday as we discussed, still in the 50s early next week, but those low 60s Wednesday and Thursday, sign me up for some of that. It has been a minute.
Can you put my name and Anjali's name on that list as well too, Justin? Thank you. All right, if you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce make a great combo, check this out.
Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey has just released a lipstick inspired by the celebrity couple. Why not? It's a bright red color called Cinnamon Delight. It's honoring Swift's preference for red lips and Kelce's preference for Fireball. This is Fireball's first foray into the lipstick business. It released just in time for Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs to take on the 49ers at Super Bowl Sunday. It sells for $13.87 in honor of the duo's favorite numbers. My question is, well, I'm guessing it probably tastes like Fireball, right?
Yeah, it's been so long since I've tasted Fireball, like I couldn't even tell you what it tastes like. It's been a while.
I will tell you, I do not think I will be buying that because I have sworn off Fireball. It doesn't sit quite right in this belly. How about you, Justin?
I don't have any issues with Fireball, but for similar reasons, I will not even look at Goldschlager. If you don't do you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce actually have any official participation in this? Are they like, wait, what are we inspiring? Huh? What's going on here?
Not at all. They probably have no clue all this stuff that's happening.
No. Maybe hearing from their legal representation over at the Fireball Lipstick Factory. Hey, we found the crash that I told you about. That is around Sahara and Boulder Highway. You see some flashing lights here. Looks like a minivan involved there, a tow truck on the scene. So just a heads up, this is a fairly busy little stretch of surface streets east of downtown, but a crash at Sahara and Boulder Highway. I'll try to speak quickly because we've got a few other things cooking, including a crash at Flamingo and Koval. Yeah, that's a new crash on top of the one we had earlier this morning. And then up around Lamb Boulevard and Las Vegas Boulevard in the Northeast Valley, also a crash. I alluded to perhaps a little fender bender somewhere down on the 215 and the 15 interchange on the south side of the resort corridor. We'll look into the specifics of this, but for now, not really slowing down either of those freeways, so that is encouraging.
Justin, thank you. Hearts, teddy bears, and expensive gifts. The most romantic holiday of the year is almost here.
What happened to just a hug? Just give a hug.
What about the gifts, though? It's important.
I mean, yeah. From the candy to the flowers, consumer reporter John Matarese looks at ways to save so you don't waste your money.
Whether you're buying diamond earrings or a bouquet of flowers, Valentine's Day costs can really add up. But there are ways that you can show your loved one that you care without overspending. Here at Adrian Durbin Florist, there's good news for romantics. The roseflation we've seen the past few years has finally subsided.
They've leveled off. In some cases have gone down a little bit.
But with a dozen long-stem roses still running close to $100, owner Carrie Durbin says some shoppers may want to consider other flowers.
Some people just like carnations and daisies, something simple like that.
Floral designer Miriam Rasumi agrees.
The lilies are a really fun option as an alternative.
U.S. consumers are planning to spend $25.8 billion on Valentine's Day.
Catherine Cullen of the National Retail Federation says the average person will spend $186 on their loved ones for the holiday this year.
That includes gifts for everyone from your special someone to your pet.
Among the most popular presents,
jewelry, flowers, and of course, planning a special evening out.
The classics are classic for a reason.
Shay Simmons writes for SimpleMost Media and Don'tWasteYourMoney.com. She suggests skipping the big box of chocolates and writing a heartfelt note instead. Another top trend, booking a romantic getaway.
We're leaning a little bit more away from material and to a little bit more of experiences.
To To see some fun options Shay and her team put together, pull out your phone and open the camera app. Once you scan the code on your screen, you'll be able to browse the top Valentine's Day deals with presents for every price point for your partner, family, and friends.
Keep in mind who you're purchasing for.
Thinking outside the box can save you a bundle.
Something a little different.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
P.F. Chang's wants to provide some free comfort food to those suffering heartbreak around Valentine's Day. It's offering a free 6-count of pork or shrimp dumplings. It's a new dumplings promotion, as in getting dumped. Aww. Yeah, it's kind of sad. The dumplings can be redeemed at a P.F. Chang's restaurant or through delivery. Now listen to this. You just have to text your breakup story or a screenshot of the breakup text you got to 855-697-6181 with the code Chang's Dumplings. Okay, so you just have to share your most vulnerable moment via text with a complete stranger. That sounds easy.
But dumplings might be worth it, though. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Okay, so if you're interested, though, the offer is good for the rest of the month, except for Valentine's Day itself. Okay, the more I read this, the less it kind of makes sense.
That's a lot, because you're going, like, you're in the dumps. And now if you want to get your dumps to go with it, the dumplings, right, you got to confess it all. Ooh.
You got to share your deepest and darkest moments. All right, well, hey, if you want to do it, go ahead. Good morning, Las Vegas. Time now 5:22. Experts say now might be the best time to buy a car.
Coming up in today's GMA First Look, what indicators point to this being a buyer's market?
And before we head to break, here's a look at some shows you can catch tonight right here on Channel 13. At 8, Shark Tank, followed by 2020 at 9. Then watch Channel 13 News live at 11.
This year may be the best time since the pandemic to buy a new car.
ABC's Elizabeth Schultze has the details in today's GMA First Look.
Is now the right time to buy a new car?
It's becoming a buyer's market, and it's a much better time to buy a car.
Experts say dealerships are stocked again after suffering from supply chain backlogs that left many lots low on options for buyers.
Dealerships are oversupplied in a lot of cases, and they're starting to compete with each other by offering incentives that's driving prices down.
Auto analysts say brands with excess inventory like Ford, GM, and Stellantis are most likely to lower their prices. And with the Federal Reserve set to cut interest rates this year, sky-high auto loan rates could also level off.
The Federal Reserve has signaled that they're coming down, and lenders are actually starting to bring them down a little bit ahead of the Fed.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll dig into all the pros and cons, including those high interest rates for car loans. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Time right now is 5:27. Several local organizations are gearing up for the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Coming up, how the Las Vegas Water District is protecting our city's critical infrastructure. Stay with us. Right now at 5:30, avalanche mitigation continues at Lee Canyon. What you need to know if you're heading up there today as a ski resort gets ready to reopen all its lifts.
Plus, Super Bowl 58 is just a couple of days away. Game day performers, including Usher, dish on what's in store for the big event.
And all bets are on for Super Bowl 58. We are live at the SuperBook inside the Westgate Las Vegas. We're going to talk about what fans are betting on.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Anjali Patel.
And I'm Justin Hinton. We begin this half hour with an update for you on Lee Canyon. So we have a live look of the area for you. Now, officials say they will continue avalanche mitigation this morning, so they're asking visitors not to arrive before 8:30. Now, it comes after Monday's avalanche that closed the resort for a time. Now, NDOT will not allow cars to sit idle on Lee Canyon Road. They say be patient and expect delays. Now, Clark County officials also want you to be aware of the warning signs of an avalanche. They say look for cracks forming in the snow and be extra cautious if there was heavy snow or rainfall in the previous 24 hours. For more information, go to avalanche.gov. Some good tips right there, Justin, Bruce, in case folks do want to go out any time of the year.
Yeah, definitely check in with Lee Canyon on their website or social media before you head up there just for the very latest. Dark and early on a Friday morning. We don't have any rain to show you, at least not yet. There is a chance in the forecast late this afternoon through this evening into parts of tonight, but it is cold, near 40 degrees in Las Vegas. A couple of us down in the upper 30s by the afternoon. More than 10 degrees colder than average. So the chill continues. We are about 50 for the high in Las Vegas. A mix of clouds and decent doses of sunshine. We'll have less wind than we were dealing with yesterday, so that's a silver lining. But late afternoon, Into the evening and overnight, some rain. I will track that for you, and we'll talk about the big game this weekend, the forecast, in 10 minutes.
The Las Vegas Super Bowl hosts committee is busy getting Allegiant Stadium ready for this Sunday.
Members released this time-lapse video of the field getting rolled onto the stadium floor. That is pretty cool. Yeah. Now, both end zones are marked with the Chiefs and 49ers team logos. And the committee tweeted, "Check out the field for Sunday getting moved in." It is almost that time.
Can't believe it. We've been talking about it all year long.
I know. And in addition to the highly anticipated big game, Super Bowl fans are excited about the halftime performance. Now this year, 8-time Grammy winner Usher will grace the halftime stage.
Our Shakira Hawkins is live outside Allegiant Stadium this morning with more on the halftime show. Good morning, Shakira.
Good morning, guys. I've been listening to Usher Raymond all week trying to prepare for the Super Bowl halftime show. He is performing hits from his 30-year career, but he is not the only artist gracing the stage and blessing us with their talents. The Super Bowl 58 pregame artists include iconic country singer Reba McEntire for the national anthem, pop star Post Malone for America the Beautiful, and R&B artist Andrea Day for Lift Every Voice. Now, we attended the Apple Music press conference yesterday where Usher talked about his preparation for the halftime. He also shared his appreciation for Las Vegas, where he recently wrapped up a successful residency.
Las Vegas has been amazing for me. Having 100 sold out shows at a residency, and to have the next one be the crescendo, which is the Super Bowl with Apple, has really given my time here in Las Vegas an incredible button at the end.
Now, the only problem to this is Usher has so many hits. All of his fans are wondering what songs will he pick to perform at the halftime Super Bowl. And he also teased that there will be a guest performance. So that is something that we can all look forward to. For now, I'm Shakira Hawkins reporting from Allegiant Stadium. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Shakira, thank you. And this game is playing out to be the most lucrative Super Bowl in history. And that's true for the gaming industry.
The American Gaming Association projects a record 67.8 million Americans will bet more than $23 billion on the game. Rachel Moore is live at the SuperBook inside the Westgate with what football fans are betting on. Good morning, Rachel.
Anjali, Justin, good morning. So the SuperBook at the Westgate Las Vegas is the world leader in sports betting. So of course with Super Bowl 58 being in Las Vegas, you know they had to go big. This is their bet sheet. It is 35 pages long. From things like the coin toss to the final score, just a lot of prop bets on this sheet, as well as a couple of new ones that they came up with. Now joining me this morning is Gordon Prouty. Hey, you are Vice President of Public Relations and Community Relations here at the Westgate. Just tell us a little bit about this year and the prop bets that you guys have going on.
Sure. Well, we're really excited. I mean, this is always a big weekend for us anyway, but having the game played here in Vegas is it's off the charts. So, yeah, you know, the betting, obviously the basic stuff. The line on the game is still the Niners are favored by 2.5. We've saw a lot of the bigger bets coming in on the Niners earlier, but the public money seems to be going with Kansas City. And we'll see where it all ends up when it comes to game time. This will be very busy the next few days around here. But as you mentioned, the prop bets, we've got more than 500. It's our biggest selection of prop bets ever, and they get more and more popular every year. You know, a lot of fun bets. I know Justin's disappointed there's not a Taylor Swift prop bet.
Why is that? Actually?
Well, you know, the way that works with the Gaming Control Board and in the U.S., it has to be something that's settled on the field of play. And so there are a couple of creative ways to do that, but if they compare to something that's already known for Taylor Swift, but it really has to be settled on the field of play, and that's why they don't have prop bets on things like the color of the Gatorade or the length of the national anthem or the first song that Usher's going to sing. But we do have some really fun bets. We've got something called Scoregami, and that's at 20-1 that the final score of the game will be different than any of the previous 57 Super Bowls. And then we have something called Octopus, and that is that a player scores 8 points at one time. What that would be is scoring 6 points for the touchdown and then the 2-point conversion. And Jalen Hurts did that last year, and that is at 16-1 odds. So there's still some fun stuff there.
A lot of fun stuff going on. Okay, so we're going to talk more about the prop bets. I'm going to make my prop bet today, actually. I'll also tell you about the watch party that they have going on here coming up in the next hour. For now, reporting live from the SuperBook, I'm Rachel Moore.
And we're hoping she'll win big and share some of that prize with us, right? All right, with the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, many people are in town bringing a big boost for our economy.
Yes, UNLV sports economic professor Bill Robinson is here to talk a little bit more about it. So let's just get started with there's a lot going on, not just the Super Bowl that people are betting on.
Yeah, so Super Bowl is always a big weekend. Even if the game's somewhere else, it's always one of the biggest weekends of the year because everybody in California likes to come here and throw a few bucks down and use it as an excuse to play. But not only do we have the Super Bowl here this weekend, UFC has got an event that they tied to it. There's a golf tournament that's tied to it. Red Bull is back in town doing part of their show off of their new car in town. There's a ton of stuff going on that people use Las Vegas to do because we have the facilities, that we have the venues to do that, where a lot of places, they have the one big stadium or they have the whatever, but we've got
everything.
We got spheres.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I'm kind of curious with everything that is going on in our city, not just this weekend, but throughout the last few years. I mean, are you seeing more UNLV students interested in sports economic classes?
Oh, yeah. People want, they want to find a way to intern at the UFC or work at the Raiders. And we're fortunate that these new people that have come in really want to be part of the community, and they've engaged with students and they want to work with students. We also have a very vibrant sports management program on campus that's grown a lot. So it's a big deal for us and hopefully become a bigger deal for us.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I mean, how much has it changed over the years as we've gotten more sports teams that have come to this area and bigger and better events over the years?
Vegas always reinvents itself. Every 10 years, if you think about what we were in the Bugsy Siegel era, and then what we were when Howard Hughes era, and then when Steve Wynn came in and remade the town, and now we're this sports destination that is just world class now.
Yeah.
Right? And so a lot of events that we couldn't get before, the NCAA for the first time in history is saying, maybe Vegas isn't so bad. And we know that has an effect on economic development outside of this, right? So we know that the local economic development people think that they can use this to bring businesses in. It makes us seem more mainstream, like we're a real city, as opposed to, the place that you go to have fun where, you don't tell grandma what you did.
Right.
But we can't lose that. We got to have that mystique. We got to keep our mystique. But we have a chance to add to that through all these sports ventures and really take off in another boom era like we haven't had in 20 years.
Absolutely. Well, I know you'll be joining us in our 6 o'clock hour, so we'll be sure to have so many more questions for you then as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to send things over to you, Justin.
Really interesting perspective. Thanks to the professor for waking up early and coming into the studio. We have 15 southbound, just a little slow through Tropicana around Hacienda, right past the stadium, as a matter of fact. Believe that's more construction related, though, due to Tropicana. Also watching a crash, 215 westbound to go 15 northbound, maybe a slight little slowdown as you approach the off-ramp. And then on Las Vegas Boulevard, right in front of Arby Avenue, south of the 215, little fender bender there. Got a lot happening here. A crash has just cleared at Koval and Flamingo. We're happy with that. Still looking at a crash at Sahara westbound after Boulder Highway. Another one up in the Northeast Valley at Lamb Boulevard, southbound near Las Vegas Boulevard. And then finally here, we've been watching this all morning, but just got some clarity from Metro Police. Unfortunately, this was a fatal hit-and-run pedestrian crash overnight. That is why Lake Mead is shut down in both directions between Losee and D Street. Just a heads up along Lake Mead, just west of the 15.
All right, Justin, thank you. Now, as the city gears up for the Super Bowl on Sunday, Metro Police say they need your help. They're asking everyone to report suspicious activity. That includes when something just doesn't seem right. If you see something, say something. For crimes, call 911. Or for the terrorism tip line, you can call 702-828-7777. That's SSSS.
And there are lots of local organizations working behind the scenes to get ready for high-profile events like this Sunday. Officials with the Las Vegas Water District talked about the complex process of protecting our city's critical infrastructure.
The Water District always works to ensure reliable water delivery to Allegiant Stadium, the resort corridor, and all of its customers. But when these massive events come to town, the local police and fire departments bring all of the local agencies, utilities, and resort partners together to coordinate logistics and to plan for any type of emergency that could take place.
And this is important because I know Super Bowl Sunday is one of the highest water usage days for the Valley every year. And officials say they've worked for the past 10 months with the NFL and Allegiant Stadium to assess risk and vulnerabilities so that Super Bowl 58 goes off without a hitch. Good morning, Las Vegas. Time now 5:43. More than 100 million people are expected to watch Sunday's game between the Chiefs